It's Gus, and over the years I've made a number of videos for Neverwinter, and what I've tried not to do is make repeat videos of the same topics. And it's been quite some time since I've talked about invoking, and I think invoking and the importance of doing so has been lost in YouTube somewhere in the annals of irrelevancy. It's a huge AD maker, and not just from invoking, but everything you get. But even just from invoking, you're going to make a lot of AD, and you're going to get a lot of resources to level up your character. And the thing about invoking is it's actually really quick. And I think the common misconception is it takes way too long. Well, I'm going to show you. So feel free to fast forward to the end. I'm going to use the highly scientific stopwatch method on my cell phone to see how long this takes. There might be a couple times where I'm invoking and have to get a celestial coffer, so it will slow down the process. But remember, you get one of these coffers every 11 days. And I happen to have 61 characters, so I get 61 of these coffers every 11 days. And they have about a 3.5%, 3% drop rate for Colmotes. And that's not including all the Pres wards and enchanting stones and all the elixirs we get from invoking as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these 60 characters and you can see how long it takes to invoke. Now, mind you, the worst part about this is setting them up because you have to have characters that to invoke. So I believe they only have to get to level 5. Maybe it's level 3. It's been so long since I did it, but I think level 5. And that takes around 45 minutes. So if you spend an hour playing a day getting your characters up for 2 months, you're gonna now have an army who's gonna make you a ton of AD, like 70 coal motes every single year, in a relatively short amount of time playing every day. So a lot of days I can't play, but I'm gonna do. I always try my best to get to invoke, because it only takes a couple minutes. Remember, you don't just get the coal motes; you get the pres wards, the elixirs, the enchanting stones, and whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna mute myself so you don't have to hear me breathing when I do this. But I'm gonna start the timer now.
No treasure can compare to our friendship.
All Regis is here to save the day.
darkness, look to the light.
I like my belly, and I intend to keep it. All Regis is here to save the day. Hey, adventurer, let's go be heroes. I like my belly, and I intend to... Me legs ache. All Regis is here to save the day. Hey, adventurer, let's go be... Stick close to old Regis. I'll get us. Hey, adventurer, let's go be...
All in a day's work for the child of the... Where to now, adventurer? All in a day's work for the child of the... Another 10-point landing! Where to now, adventurer? All in a day's work for the child of the star. Another 10-point landing! In darkness, look to the light. Where to now, adventurer? I do this kind of stuff all the time. Another 10-point landing! Where to now, adventurer? Another 10-point landing! All in a day's work for the child of the star. In darkness, look to the light. I do this kind of stuff all the time. In darkness, look to the light. Where to now, adventurer? All in a day's work for
All right, coming up on the last one. Let's see now. You saw all the bugs I did there. So that was 7 minutes and 48 seconds. There was a number of missteps I did in that though. I'm camera shy. I did one tune twice. There was a couple times I didn't exit the invocation thing with the circle button real quick. I had a number of coffers. So it really can get closer to 7 minutes. And as you can see, people with like macros if you have macros, you can do it way faster as well. So it's about 8 minutes a day for a Colmo. It's almost about a Colmo and a half every week. Not to mention all the elixirs you're gonna get. So you're gonna make about 700,000 a week doing 7 minutes a day. So it's about 100. It's about 7 minutes a day for 100,000 AD a day. It really adds up, and I get more out of invoking than probably a lot of other people because I use my workshop to make gold, so I collect the gold there as well. And then all the storage space from these tunes. It really adds up. You really can't beat less than 8 minutes a day to make, 100,000 or so AD in resources. It's probably closer to 200 than it is 100,000 to be honest. But there you go. If you're interested in starting an invocation army, that's what it looks like on a daily basis. If you got any questions or comments, please do so below. Stay class, Neverwinter. See you soon.